Morning, everybody. Got my little clicker working again. Just had to repair it with Bluetooth, or reconnect it through the Bluetooth. Anyway, I didn't think I'd be making another video so soon, but decided the weather's nice today, at least before lunchtime. It's supposed to cloud up this afternoon. A little bit chilly, but with the sun shining, it's not bad. What I'm doing today is simply getting this deck lid ready to be removed from the car because tomorrow, the 23rd of February, 2025. I'll be going up to northern New Jersey. I think it's Augusta, New Jersey is the name of the town I'm going to, if I remember correctly. A gentleman named Eric there has a deck lid for me, waiting for me to pick up. Same color, straight. I've seen plenty of pictures of it, so it's worth it to me. I'll show you a little closer views of this one and why I want to replace it, rather than trying to get a body shop to straighten it out. I don't know, maybe that I think that would cost more than just what I'm going to spend on replacing the whole lid, and it's fairly easy to do. I mean, I don't think there's that much to it. But let's take a closer look here. Remember how to switch the view around here. Been a while since I've done that. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Where is it? That one. There we go. Got to uncover the shutter. Okay, so anyway, the reason I'm replacing it is because the car took at least one or more hits somewhere in its past life from the back. And on the right side, when I bought the car, the bumper was crushed in, the fender was crushed in, and some poor man's repair was done to it. But the deck lid also got compressed during that time. In particular, it's hit right here, which kind of caved this part in a little bit, which throws off the alignment down the back of it right there. It kind of forced this part out as this part got crunched in. That's really the bulk of the damage from this deck lid, and it may be repairable, but I don't have, those just aren't my skills. So what I'm going to do is just remove everything, remove the latch there, the vacuum release that's behind that panel over there, unbolt the bolts that hold the lid. Actually, I only have 4 right there. There's 2 of them, and those 2 over there. So it should be pretty straightforward. What's going to be interesting is when I bring the new replacement deck lid over here to put it on the car, how it fits. Obviously, I need to replace the weather strip. I've known that all along. I'll get to that eventually. I'm just hopeful that this main part here, where the deck lid meets, wasn't also crushed in. There may be some damage where it's not going to quite mesh up properly, and I might have to find a way to pull that out a little bit to make it fit right. I don't know yet, but that's something I can work on later. I'm not overly concerned about it. I really just want to get the deck lid on here, and this one I'll just send to the metal recycler. I feel kind of bad about it because I think the lid is probably repairable. Like I said, it's just a little more than I want to deal with. I'm not a body man, as I've mentioned many times. So anyway, just going to get started on that, get this thing ready to come off, and then tomorrow I'll swap it out with the replacement part. All right, I'm just about done taking the little pieces off. Over here on my picnic bench, I've got the latch, the vacuum release out, the lock assembly is out, held in place by this little retaining clip. So that all came off relatively easily. I'm now removing the electrical line here for the courtesy light and the vacuum line. Now they tend to get hung up inside here in these passageways in the trunk, but I did find, fortunately, that there is a plug over here for the courtesy light, and it just goes through here. So what I'll be able to do is just pull this through the opposite way, and then on the replacement trunk just feed it back if it doesn't already have one in there, which it probably won't. The vacuum line, if I can't get it out, I can always just cut it and use a new one. I probably should anyway, as old as these vacuum lines are. Then after that's done, I just have the 4 bolts to take loose, and then she's ready to come off. I found there was this little protector here that was around the hole, and I was able to actually feel the hose, the vacuum line, as well as the electrical line, enough to move it out of the way to get it unstuck. So I can now pull the stuff out. All right, I've removed the 2 half-inch bolts on this side. Just have to take these 2 off. I really have no idea how heavy this deck lid is. I don't think it's that heavy. Hopefully I'm not guessing wrong on that, because I'm going to let you watch me disconnect these last 2, and we'll see what happens. I did finally get the wiring harness out. You can see it right there. It had been stuck in one of these corners up here, but I eventually got it out using a little hook tool to reach up in there and pull the wire loose. And the vacuum line is out too. It's sitting over here, or just loose now. And I think I'm going to replace at least part of it just by using a plastic connector, because I'm pretty sure that's a continuous hose all the way to the front of the car. So I'm not about to go through that much trouble. So anyway, I'm going to set this up, let you watch me either make a fool of myself or be successful. Let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works or not. Hopefully it's not heavier than I think it is, and I don't get hurt, but I'm just going to take these last two off. Owing to this car's very clean, mostly rust-free life, I'm not having any trouble taking these off. All right, this thing I think might be heavier than I think it is, so I probably should, at the very least, put a piece of wood under here or something. So I'm gonna go get a longer piece of wood somewhere, prop this up a little bit so I don't hurt myself. Be right back. All right, I'll try this again. Ended up using a car ramp instead. So again, I'm hopeful that I'm not making a mistake here, trying to do this by myself. But I've done pretty much everything by myself in this car, so we'll keep it going. See what happens. Come on. Come on. This last one doesn't want to come out. Come on. Oh, I guess it is loose. Okay. So here goes the last one. See what happens here. Keep my hand on it as best I can. Maybe I should get a second car ramp. I'm going to get a second car ramp. All right, here we go. The last bolt. I'm going to take it loose now. Pray I don't get hurt and I don't break anything. Just going to put a little downward pressure on here. On the other hand, I think it just came loose. Let's see. Okay, that's it. All the bolts are out. Whoop, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to move these ramps out of the way. Find out how heavy this thing is. Okay. Not too bad. All right. So that means this is now ready to be swapped when I have the other deck lid tomorrow. So I'm going to take that lid off and just set it on the ground, and I'll just use the car cover. It's not supposed to rain for the next 2 or 3 days, so I should be all right. Just keeping it covered up like that. So that concludes the initial part of this, just removing the old trunk lid. And tomorrow I probably won't get here early enough in the day. Probably be Monday morning before I actually can install the replacement. Until then. All right, hello everybody. It is the 23rd, I think, of February today. It's a Sunday. So I got my housemate here, Anthony. He's going to help me put my replacement trunk lid on. As you can see, the old one's been removed. It's sitting over there by the tree. And the new one, or the replacement, is in the back of the F-150 pickup truck. So Anthony and I are going to go grab it right now and bring it over here and see if we can install it. All right.
Here we go. Go ahead. Tell me where you want to go.
Yep. Just follow me. What I'm going to do is once we set it in place, I will get the bolts installed. So that's the main part I need you for. And then we'll load the old one in the truck too. So that lip's got to go over those hinges. See, over the top. Lift it higher. There you go. Perfect. All right. Now, I need you to help me hold it up so it doesn't fall. Oh, shoot, I should have got some WD-40s, but I should have done.
You rushed it?
Yeah, they are. All right, can you hold on to that for a second?
Yep. Right
except I don't have any WD-40. Let me see if I can let's take a closer look at stuff up like WD-40, but I shouldn't need it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're going to try again. Lift it up a little all the way, because if I do, I don't have a key for the lock that's on this deck.
Okay.
There's no way to get in. That would not be good. So.
Guess what? I'm gonna let go, and it'll be on you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm just telling myself mainly. Ow. That car bit me. All right. Oh. Nope. Oh, I guess I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Okay.
Sure. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, that's the way working on an old car. That's what it's all about.
Well, no, you ain't gotta bleed. Don't be bleeding in front of me.
Well, you know I'm on blood thinners. I can't help that. Okay, you can let go. That's good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it ain't gonna close.
It's not gonna close?
No,
Okay.
it's got a spring. So now we can just.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just a little scratch.
Oh, my.
I just bleed more because of the blood thinners.
I told you not to bleed in front of me and do it anyway.
Can't help it. Now we're gonna take this one and put it on the truck.
Hold on. I gotta help him move this. See this right here? Alright, hold on. I told him not to bleed. I told him not to bleed in front of me. He does it anyway. Oh my God.
What I was able to do was remove the lock cylinder and the latch, so now I don't have to worry about it accidentally locking and then not being able to get into it. I definitely have some adjusting to do, because right now when I close it, it's out of alignment on the hinges, so that's going to take a little effort to get that lined up right. So, but you can see up close now this deck lid, very nice, it's very straight, no dents, very little surface rust, and nothing at all to worry about. A nice emblem here. This one's kind of pitted, but at least it's not damaged like my old one was. And you can see underneath here how nice and clean it is. Very little surface rust. It's actually in very nice condition. So I'm happy with that. And like I said, I'm just wrapping it up for today, and I'll go ahead and upload the video and finish this up another day. See ya.